Hey, scrappy people, Tracy Reed here today, coming at you with a layout using my former 2023 freebie called Tempest. It is a scrap therapy collection that is full of snark and a great way to get out your frustration or anger at something, and I am using it to scrapbook one of the side effects of my autoimmune disorder. So this is going to be part of my Road to Recovery series that I've been doing as soon as we got back from our vacation, and I'm glad it was after we got back from our vacation. I developed a pretty severe side effect that really can't be dealt with until the autoimmune condition is dealt with, and of course everything takes time, and I'm just kind of pretty miserable right now. You can see the band-aids on my arms. That is me covering them up. It is a skin condition that's not pretty and not fun, and so I decided I needed to get some scrap therapy out with this collection. So I have covered up the photo for me and for you because I don't want to see it. Just knowing it's there is fine. So I covered it up with that tag that says what, and I ask with all sincerity, the F. And then I have printed out one of the papers from the collection there is some mixed media over the top of it, as well as my journaling. And I'm just kind of piecing together some bits and bobs from the sticker sheets that I wanted to include in this page. So you can see I also have a journaling card. It says, "Isn't that just kick you in the crotch, spit on your neck, fantastic?" which is a quote from Friends that I thought was appropriate for this page. I created these little banner pieces from you see that teal one that says, "I'm tired of being called resilient." I just ended up duplicating those and clipping some of the patterned papers to the copies just to create some patterned banner pieces as well. You can, easily create banner pieces just by snipping little scraps from the collection that you already have into banner shape. But I just had Photoshop do it for me, and then I cut it out on my Silhouette, which is my favorite form of scrapbooking right now, so it worked out well. I'm going to make this banner span both pages of this Life Crafted layout. One of the banner pieces says, "I'm tired of being called resilient," and the other one says, "Better days are coming, right?" So I like the way that it ties both of the clusters together on either side of the page and draws the whole thing down into one composition. But I'm feeling like I need some other embellishment on this page as well, so I'm going to create a bunch of clusters with the storm clouds that are in the collection, as well as some of the flowers from the digital kit. Once I get all of these down, I thought about maybe sewing down this banner piece, but I was really just kind of going for catharsis with this page and just kind of getting all of my thoughts and anger and pain out on the page. So I wasn't really interested in dragging it out longer than I had to. Once I felt better, then we were good, I think. So I did include a lot of words on this page too. There's a lot of words in the Tempest collection because you know what? Sometimes when I'm angry, I have a lot of words. So I did include a lot of words on this page, and I think that's okay. I always like a lot of words, but I think that they're offset by the clouds and the flowers that I added as well. It's not like it's all words. There are some embellishments too. So I have all of these clouds, and they are multicolored, patterned, and so I'm trying to make sure that I have a good representation of all of the different colors throughout the page so that I don't put all of the pink clouds together or all of the blue clouds together. Just making sure that there is some good and even distribution. Decided that I wanted to switch these two up a little bit because this dark blue one is a better contrast to the other blue cloud than the plaid one was. So I'm just going to start tucking them under the composition that I've already got going on, leaving room for the flowers as well. Mixed. I decided that this one needs to go here instead, And this one draws up the blue from the labels on the card pretty well, so I wanted to include this one here. And then I just continue to do that all around the page. Some of them are even going to go off the page, like this one is going to go off the edge. Just the way that the card went off the edge and the photo went off the edge. Just kind of like, almost like you threw down these embellishments in a fit of frustration and they landed perfectly, but they didn't quite land all straight and, you know, right side up along the page. It's kind of the way I was feeling. These leaves are also from the digital kit. They go with the flowers. I'm going to pop the flowers up on foam tape just to give this a little bit of depth. I think that the mixed media in the background and the type on directly on the page and all of the different textures that are included in the Tempest collection really helps to make this layout dynamic without having too much texture going on, but I did want to pop up the flowers just for a little bit. The Tempest collection was my 2023 freebie. It is now moved over into the $5 samplers section of my website. There are 4 collections in the $5 samplers now, so if you've never tried my products, you can get basically what ends up being over, the collections are over half the size of a normal collection. They're pretty big for just $5 so that you can try out my products, see how they work, learn how to print them. I do have tutorials for that linked in the description box below as well as the link to the Tempest collection, of course. So if you are interested in that at all, it's all linked down there for you. Okay, so I've got all of the flowers down and all of the embellishments. So now it's time to start adding in some more realistic embellishments. Oh, I forgot a cloud. Come back. Let's try this again. Okay, now move everything over a little bit just to adjust for that flower. I love the way that this ended up basically having 3 points of clustering, even though both sides of the layout are completely filled top to bottom, either with words or with cards or with embellishments or with mixed media, etc. It still has that sort of visual triangle going on. Okay, so now I'm ready to add some extra stuff. I'm going to add in some string. I want to add some string to the tag that's over the photo. I have a few different options here, but I decided to go with the thin cord. Although looking back, that ribbon would have been nice too. But I'm just going to add a bow through the tag, and then I'm going to wrap some around the other side of the page. The string was a little bit harder to work with than I anticipated. It's like a cord, I guess, and so it was really stiff, but I got it to work. I initially wanted to add it, like wrap it around the card on the other side, but I didn't quite have enough left once I snipped it. Goodness, see, it just doesn't want to stay tied. But I didn't have enough left once I snipped it, because of course I didn't, to tie a bow. Yeah, nope, not going to be long enough. So instead, what I decided to do was just put it around the corner of the page, or the corner of the card, and tie a knot instead, because I just really wanted it for a textural element. So I thought that tying it around the corner and adding a knot would be kind of cool. Plus I added in some staples as well, which gives it a little bit more texture and holds it still, because it definitely was not going to stay on there by itself. Perfect. And then I'm just going to trim it up a little bit, make sure it looks good. I think it actually, like the way it looks kind of grungy and imperfect, actually adds to the page pretty well. Even though I am trying to make it a little bit more perfect, because I am a perfectionist at heart. There we go. And the last thing I'm going to add is some enamel dots, because I am definitely attempting to get rid of this gigantic enamel dot stash that I have accumulated from many years of designing for Cocoa Daisy, design teaming, I should say, for Cocoa Daisy. I decided stars were too peppy and happy for this page, so we're just gonna go with regular dots instead. I'm gonna bring in some more of this teal. I'm not quite sure why I felt like the teal needed to be emphasized. There is quite a bit of teal on this page, but I did like the way that it looked, so I guess that's why I chose what I did, because I like the way that it looked. Isn't that why we choose everything? I'm going to add 3 points of enamel dots, and then I'm going to call it good. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. If you don't already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Tracy M. Reed. I'd love to see you over there as well, and I will see you next time. Thank you.